Yeah, like do the arm like movement.
Yes. Welcome everyone to Hated Worlds, the Burning Wind. How are you guys?
Good.
Just a little crazy.
Excellent.
Feeling explosive.
Yeah, we had some very enlightening talks pre-show, and in a good mood.
I'm not always good, but when I am, I'm playing with you guys, role-playing games.
Aww.
Sweet. But, I mean, we could just talk about the various meanings of squash.
We could.
Just had a long talk about that. It's a very flexible
we don't
word.
want to give Kelsa a headache again.
Thank you.
So yeah, Burning Wind.
That is definitely a thing.
I'm very curious to see where things are going to go from now on, because Mothers came back from his crazy trip, but there's still various problems.
Quote unquote came back.
Trip.
Okay.
So let's start with a little a little scene. Like you're coming from the sky with a camera looking down on a little village, and you're flying closer, and it becomes bigger and bigger, and you realize that it's Imre, and you come into a little square and fly through the doors of the closed doors of a slightly fancy looking building. There's this nameplate above the door. It says the Aeolian. And you come inside and you hear loud crashing noises. And inside there's this guy wearing an overall. And this is the middle of the night, so it's dark. And he's got this gigantic sledgehammer. And he's just singing to himself loudly and whacking around and breaking stuff. He's hitting the bar. And he turns around and you see that it's asleep.
Nice.
Oh no.
And you zoom out from the scene, and you fly along a road. You cross a bridge, and in the distance you see the buildings of the university, and you head on to a room. And in that room, lying silently under a pair of sheets, is your good friend Desi, never moving, just lying still in a world that you don't understand. And then we zoom out, and it is a morning. We are at the house of Lord Quentin Marigold, and there's a tap on the door. Tap, tap, tap.
Okay, yeah, I think Jenkins would be the one to answer if there's a person at the front of the gates. Then he would probably be the one answering.
Jenkins opens the door, and in front of the door, there's this little boy standing very straight, and he's like, Lord Marigold has a request. Lady Ariani would like to see him in her offices this afternoon.
Yeah, I think
then he bows and leaves, and you get the message from
okay.
Jenkins.
I think Jenkins was preparing to respond, but then the kid just runs off. Interesting little child. I'll have to tell Lord Marigold about that as soon as possible.
ASAP.
I'm sure it won't be a problem.
Not at all.
Yeah, so Lord Marigold.
She seems like such a nice person.
Jenkins brings you this message that Chancellor Ariani wants to see you in her office.
Okay. Yeah, I think where we meet Lord Marigold, like, as he gets this message, he's outside in the imagine there's a large, slightly wooded area behind the mansion that sort of belongs to it. And I think we see him looking out toward the tree line. It looks like he's waiting for something. And then running towards him, we see this large, black Labrador. He's yeah, exactly. He's holding some sort of stick in its mouth. Good boy. Yeah, and he gives it another toss out.
The dog wags his tail and runs after the.
Yeah, and then I think as he's waiting for the dog to come back again, Jenkins comes out of Lady Ariane would like to see you. And Marigold is intriguing. Let's gather our guests, shall we, and have a chat about this. You just start with our most recent arrival. And bring him up from the basement. Let's see if he's slept well.
Have you?
No. I might be rested, sort of, but I haven't slept. I've spent the whole night pretty much unmoving, in sort of a sort of like this, sort of a but sort of a meditation position with eyes rolled up.
Okay. Did not know Mathers was an elf, but I'll take it.
Well, the more you learn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think after some time, I'm picturing this late-ish in the morning. I think you've been given some light breakfast at this point. We're not entirely rude here at Marigold Estates, but eventually Jenkins comes for you. There's Lord Herrick Mathers, are you awake? My lordship.
Yeah, there's no response at first.
Okay. You just waddle up and rattle the cages, rattle the bars. Are you awake?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes.
Yes. The Lord Marigold requests your presence, and I believe also requested to set you out of here. Before that, it would be quite awkward otherwise.
You're telling me. Excellent. I'll be happy to come with.
With this massive key ring. So not this one. This goes to the patron. Yeah, this is for the little lady's room. Eventually, he reaches out this big bronze key. Unlocks the doors for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're a good man.
I wish I could say the same. Lord Marigold will be meeting you upstairs once you're... And he looks down at you, more presentable.
What? I don't recall whether I'd be in my old ratty clothes or hopefully not ruined finery.
I mean, you've spent a couple of days in the same clothes, right?
That might be the case.
Since you went crazy, and then immediately you ran out to the rookery, and after that you spent a day tracking down Sleet, and after that you spent a night in the cell. So
yeah, I think in fact, as Jenkins is leaving, he turns around and says, "On second thought, we have a bathhouse on the second floor. Maybe you should go there first."
Yes.
Have you cleaned up a bit?
Befitting
of a man at your station.
Put out at the delay. I think I'll avail myself.
Well, we have other business that needs attending to first. And with that, I think Jenkins covers his face with bows and heads back out. I don't quite remember where we left off with Rav and Joseph the last time. If you're still here, or if you went back to where you live. Are you around? Either of you? Either one of you?
I feel like Rav went back to the dorms, unless you ask him to stay.
Well, if you let him stay there, give him a room, then he will stay. Oh no, I think he'll probably go into the city. Never mind. Piotr would have left into the city.
Yeah.
There are opportunities to take.
Would you let Marigold know where you were staying? I assume he knows where Rav lives, in the dorms. Joseph, do you share that information?
Not necessarily, I think. I think I might have shared this information with Mathers, but not with you in particular.
Okay. Yeah, then I think Marigold's orders to Jenkins are going to be like, can you head over to the university and try to fetch young Raphael from his dorms and try to track down the Joseph fellow.
Does Joseph know does Rav know where Joseph lives or is staying? Probably not.
I think I'm
up to you guys.
I don't think I'll really go to sleep this night. I'll probably just run around trying to find clues, trying to grasp the situation and how to profit on that, probably. So if you want to find me, you have a good chance just randomly running around. But if you're looking at my place, that's not likely to find me there.
Do we want to have a look at that, maybe? See what Joseph was up to last night? See what you found out?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait a sec.
Yeah. I guess not.
Yeah.
As he's getting a call, some last minute info.
Sure, that's perfect. Oh no. Well, at least he's still here. Anyway, I think Jenkins can easily find Rav. If he's not in his dorm, then he's at his class. So it would not be that difficult for. He's not hiding or whatever.
Yeah, he probably finds you after a class. I guess you're walking out, you see him standing there. Young Master Raphael.
Jenkins. Yes, I am here. Is there something wrong with?
No, everything appears to be perfectly in order. However, Lord Marigold has requested your presence at his manor. A matter that needed to be dealt with.
I still have other classes. I need to finish them. I can't become an arcanist if I just skip all my classes. I have to. Wait.
Yeah.
Is this about Desi?
It's about a mutual acquaintance of yours. One that I've been informed that you don't like very much.
I imagine like Rav like naming in his mind like the amount of people in his like.
Yeah, there's just like a huge. That's like such a huge list. Rav's just like,
Yeah, I can that's like Rav visualizing this list. There's like names falling out of it.
Exactly. So fine. Tell him I will. I'm coming. I'm coming. Let me just tell my professor that I have a small emergency and to get the coursework that I can work on at another time, because I need to pursue my studies. This is very important.
Yes, of course. You seem very passionate about this. I can applaud you for that.
Okay. All right, Rav is gonna go do that. Whoever his next course was supposed to be with, he's gonna let them know that he can't stay for the class session, but if he has any coursework that he can pick up on right now, that he can work on later.
Yeah, I feel like what course are you following? Like who is this with?
What would be? Let me see. What is he even studying?
Because I was thinking maybe Master Hem, because he's a beautiful asshole, but then I realized that Master Hem might actually not be teaching Rav, because Rav already knows sympathy, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he still teaches advanced sympathy, doesn't he?
No, that's Exladal.
Then I mean, probably Exladal then, or what other stuff is he learning here? Let me see my list of stuff. I haven't filled out a course list for him. Yeah, like either Exladal or like one of the just like basic maths teachers or whatever. You know, because they do like your standard university coursework in addition to like magical bullshit.
I mean,
coursework.
If you want to make things really awkward, you could just give Rav the Sigildry teacher, like this really big guy that's.
I mean, I think he's working on Sigildry as well, so Kelvin would make sense also. Which one of these would be the most interesting for you to have me missing a class with?
Yeah, sure. We can do Kelvin.
Okay, yeah.
So Kelvin looks at you, so Kelvin is standing there, you know, over a fire, heating up some kind of metal.
As you do.
With his back to you, and you see, you know, this giant hulk of a man bent over.
Master Kelvin, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I know we I'm supposed to be in your class in 5 minutes, 10 minutes when the class starts, and I've something came up, and I just can would you be able to give me the coursework for today, and then I can just take care of it, and I'll be there tomorrow for class. I just can't. I can't today.
So Master Kelvin has a pair of like tongs in his hand with like a little metal like thing in there that's filled with like melted
like a crucible.
Yeah. And he swirls around. He's like, out of the way.
Yep. Out of the way. Super fast.
And he moves to like a mold, and he throws the metal in there, and he puts the crucible away, and he brushes off his hands on his whatever the thing you wear when you
Apron.
Apron,
yeah.
that's the word. He brushes off his hands on his apron, and he says, "So, you want to skip my class, huh?"
It's important. My friend is in trouble, and I need to go and talk with him and make sure that everything's all right. If it was important, I wouldn't be here, and if I didn't respect you, I wouldn't have said anything.
He looks down at you and he's like, "You're that Rav boy, right?"
That's my name.
I see. Well, you'll be missing some important lessons on various runes today. So you'll just have to get some books and deal with it, because we got the great project coming up. And
Right. Of course.
you know, if you don't know the stuff, then you're gonna have trouble completing it.
I like books. Here. And he like fiddles in his pocket until he pulls out like a scrap of paper, and is like, just what books do I need?
Yeah, so he mentioned like 3 titles, and he tells you, you know, like, make sure you read the chapter on like the rune of binding very well,
Binding.
and we're definitely going to be using, and then, you know, uses a bunch of terms that Rav understands.
Yeah, he's taken extensive notes, and then he like bobs his head and he's like, thank you so much, Mr. Kelvin. I just I gotta go. I'll be picking this up. Don't you worry. I've got it. And just puts it away and rushes out the door and heads to Imre.
Okay. So, do we assume that everybody meets up at, you know, the House of Marigold?
Do you want to do last night with Mr. Jones? See what your
Mr.
investigation.
Jones, do you want to do last night with Mr. Jones?
Let's go.
So I was actually talking to Chad while you guys were discussing that. So you're gonna have to tell me again, like, what is it that you wanted to do?
Just running around, getting a gist of the situation, seeing what is happening right now, and how you can maybe profit off of that.
I see. So tell me what you do while you're running around.
No, keeping an open ear, talking to the right people, being at the right locations where things might happen, or where people might talk about rumors like that.
So you're just like walking around the university, like talking to people and seeing what comes your way?
Going into the right bars.
I see. Okay.
How do you know if there's the right bars?
Yeah, the right bars for what?
Also a good
Yes.
question. Yes.
I mean,
It's a good
you
answer.
can definitely do that. I'm sure that Burning Wheel has a skill for that.
Yeah,
Probably.
Where's my Burning
Skill.
Wheel book? I should make sure that I just have this book handy rather than I have to find it every session. No, here it is.
Is there a carousing skill? I feel like there
Carousing
is.
skills.
Not more like carousing
I think
itself,
we
it was
created
like-
a rumor wise. Let me look at
Yeah,
where
it
is she?
could just be like a wise thing.
This is not
It's just
gathering information or something? Wasn't
Yeah,
that
no,
like...
there's something. Like, I'm looking at Sarah because I remember giving her stuff. Okay, I only gave her persuasion. That is
I mean,
that is not enough.
persuasion will be the skill for like if you want to run around and talk to people and get to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, getting them to tell you what's going on. If you're like just running around and like listening to people, that's just perception.
Or streetwise.
Yeah, streetwise is also good.
Yeah.
I guess
Or maybe
it
even
includes
circles.
talking to people, so...
Circles, maybe.
Circles would be like specifically finding somebody.
But that's
who
to find
don't do-
someone. Yeah, that's the problem I had with that.
So,
I mean, it's about finding someone, right? Someone that actually knows something that is of a
if you want to
relevance
find
right now.
one person who has the knowledge that you're looking for, that would be circles.
Yeah,
that's
you can do
so that-
circles.
If you want one person who knows who to ask,
a guy.
Well, you can definitely go with circles.
Okay, let's go with circles. I think
find
That
circles
should
then.
not be a problem because of outcast setting.
You're looking for like specific information, I think, or like lots of information. See circles there. Page 380, I think, or 378.
Okay.
Where it starts.
So tell me, what occupation are you looking? Are you looking for like a broad? Like what kind of person are you looking for? Like somebody from the criminal area?
Most definitely. Either
Somebody in the university, like a student who knows a lot of like shit on people. Somebody in power who can tell you about the people in power having problems. Like what do you want to go with?
I think
exactly?
the last one is the least important of the three, but something that combines the most of them. And so someone in the criminal area that either works for Sleet and does know what is happening and does have a knowledge about how he runs his business and about what is going on currently, or someone that is against Sleet and that is looking for an opportunity to screw him over and that might know stuff.
Very well, very well. Okay, sure. So similar. Are you a noble?
No.
Okay, so same social. That's actually good in this case. So you want specific knowledge, right? So.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes it up to 2. And I'm going to say that the time and place is a little unusual for this character, even though criminals are known to be up at night more. It's still middle of the night. People usually sleep then.
Mm-hmm.
So together, I think that brings your obstacle up to 4.
Okay. Am I allowed to fog stuff in?
No, but you can use the reputation of that other people have, and if you are an Alair, no, that won't help here. You can use actually no, because Sleet is a student here. So if you're an Alair, you can use that to your advantage, and you can ask people to help you, of course.
I think I am Elir, which is not a reputation right now for me, but
no,
I
it
think I
should
said
be an
that.
affiliation. When you guys have become Alair, you get the affiliation Alair.
Oh, I should write that down then.
Yes, you should. And if you're looking for someone with specific reputation, then that helps you as well. Like their reputation helps you find them.
Okay, so my reputation doesn't help me.
Your reputation doesn't help you. Your affiliations do help you.
Okay, so if I get a +1 modifier for the affiliation, right?
Yes, and of course you can always sync persona into it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do, and this is one persona put in there. Oh no, it's fine. That's fine.
Babble.
It's fine. It's fine. I think I've done the right thing. I hope it's the right.
There's a 6 in there.
Oh, there is 1 6 in there.
Yeah, do it. Just gotta.
Let's go.
Come on, 50-50 shot. Let's do it.
It's more. Oh no, that's not. It's not. I'm talking bullshit. Oh, it's really
nice.
good.
Okay,
Nice.
sweet.
Make
And
sure you
you
mark
Gucci.
that difficult task on your circles because only tests you pass count.
I just did.
Is that true for circles?
Yes. Circles and money.
And perception.
There was perception circles, or perception faith, and
Let me get out my book
So,
and I'll spider
you're walking around actually, and you are in this, the seediest bar. And at the back table, you see like this hardened, unshaven criminal. And opposite of him is somebody that you would never expect in a place like this. Opposite of him is Mirren, the lovely Mirren, just sitting there talking to this criminal.
Who would have thought that?
In her element, just, yeah.
I mean, I might consider just a bit of eavesdropping before I come into the scene.
Sure, yeah. So you you hang back and you listen to them talk, and they're talking about sleep. Yeah, he's gone like completely crazy, Mirren. We don't know what to do with him anymore. He's just like everybody's scared of him. They're like, and then the conversation becomes a little quiet as he whispers, in her ear about something that Sleet has done.
Can I use
like
perception
seriously,
for
like
that?
we need help. Like we should contact the black spiders or something, because.
Okay.
And you just hear her say, very, very well, very well. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I will deal with this.
Okay.
You just go back and keep your ear to the ground. Let me know if anything changes.
Okay. Out of character question. What would you like more? Should I go in and say, "Hello, I see you have troubles. I can help," and try to play them, or be like, "That is nice information. Let Mirren leave," and then try to go in and talk to him and try to get some information? What would you like more? Which direction?
I mean, you can do whatever you want, but the person you actually found was not the criminal. It was Mirren.
Yeah, I felt like it, but still I get some. What do you guys think? I mean,
you can put,
I do have,
by the way,
this nice belief, like females and being nice to them, and
I mean, you can do whatever you want. I don't care. Like, this is the information you're going to get. Is the information I just gave
I know.
you.
I was asking you exclusively.
I don't. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't care personally. If anybody else has a preference,
No?
you're gonna have to decide for yourself, Mark.
Are you not entertained? Okay.
I'm all for Joseph getting himself into trouble.
Yeah. Okay. I guess
This could happen either way.
I guess it would be the right move to just stay where I am for the moment, and as soon as Mirren leaves, just follow her for a bit and talk to her then about what I just heard and what possibilities we have going forward.
Okay. So yeah. So the guy leaves after she tells him that it's okay. How are you gonna avoid getting spotted by her as she turns around and walks to the door? I mean,
if it's only her, if that guy is already
yeah,
gone.
the guy left.
Oh, then I don't mind getting spotted. Then I will just walk in and be like, "Hello there."
Hello there.
Joseph. Hello. What are you doing here?
General Kenobi.
Exactly. Well, I that is a funny question. I was just trying to ask that myself, though.
Oh, I'm just like, long story, like friend of a friend. Not really like weird guy, but anyway, I was helping him out.
Like Sleet?
Sleet's not here.
No, he is not. But
No, I wasn't meeting with Sleet. No.
I just look her into the eyes. You might be good in your job, but I'm not that bad myself.
Is that so? She gets a little like grin on her face.
I mean, we both wanted to gather information, didn't we?
I mean, I believe you still owe me some information.
Is that so? Because of that, I am holding up my finger. Oh, why? Like,
No. Like you were going to help me help Rav, remember? And then you never did.
oh yeah, help Rav. Yep.
Never mind that though. I'm not interested in that anymore.
Yeah, I was just asking what that was about, but I guess not. So we might just make a deal and help each other out, right?
I don't know. Do you have anything I'm interested in?
I might. I'm pretty sure I have.
I'm perfectly fine here.
So you know what is up with Sleet. Well, then I guess I can't be of any help.
She waits for a moment and she says, perhaps. You've intrigued me. What is it that you want from me?
How about we cut the scene for this moment and make it we make a what's it called again?
Transition?
Flashback.
Oh, flashback. Sure. Yeah.
Because
I'll
that could
flashback to this later.
Yeah.
But isn't it important for what you guys might or might not discuss?
Yeah, that's true. Because I have
feel
not
like it
thought
might be
myself
important.
that far.
I see.
Well, I might be just a bro here and say, how about this? We get a working. What's it called?
Relationship?
Yeah, work relationship between Mathers and Sleet again, and I get something to. I get some money to earn on the way, but as well. How about that?
I mean, when it comes to Mathers and Sleet, I can definitely provide Mathers with some interesting information about a third party that is involved.
So.
In return, presuming the information you have, of course, is worth its salt.
Well, so if I could get you in touch with a person that knows exactly what happened to Sleet and knows how to fix it, maybe, would that be something that we would be interested in? However, we should also get together as three and talk about what is in for us concretely at that occasion as well. How about that?
I mean, I'm always for mutually beneficial relationship. I'm sure that, if things are as good as you say, that I will make it worth your while. Then again, if you just provide me with some general nonsense that I already knew, then then the deal's off, of course.
So tomorrow evening at a nice restaurant?
Sure.
Which restaurant would you prefer to go to?
I like the Black Dragon. They have a wonderful mushroom ragu.
I like it too. So much better than the Golden Pony.
Yeah. Now, I'm thinking of like out of character. Would Joseph be alarmed by this and say, "No, let's go to somewhere else then," or is it?
I know, like the Black Dragon is a fine establishment.
Okay.
It's a high-end restaurant.
So someone that's not easily bought, and not easily.
I mean, everybody's buyable.
Not a lot of fucks around that just close in and do something.
It's not a seedy establishment, at least.
Okay.
Anything can get wrong anywhere, of course, but it's not like, yeah.
Okay. Well then, I accept your invitation then gladly.
Very well. I'll make
I blink. Like
What?
your invitation is like your invitation. Like she invited him. Like,
Yeah. Wasn't it your invitation?
yeah. That's exactly why I accept your invitation then gladly.
Very well. I will make reservations.
Thank you for your time. I wish you a nice evening.
Likewise. Now, I must move on out of this horrible place.
Yes.
And she stands up and puts some money on the bar and leaves.
I enjoy the view. When she's leaving.
I bet.
Yeah. I guess that's. He would just, take his time, being like having all this great luck at this point is just like sitting back there for like 10 minutes. Be like, I like this day. Today is a good day, and that is that leaving. All right.
So yeah, let's shall we move on to the scene at House Marigold where everybody is present?
Sure.
Let's do that.
Yeah, we eventually track down Joseph somewhere.
Well, I think I would seek
feel
out
like-
the established your house anyway because of the situation that just occurred.
End up back there somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Jojo is like already there when your right hand man is like, oh, man, I couldn't find him, and then like Jojo's like, I've been here the whole time. What do you mean you couldn't find me?
It's striking a dramatic pose, like he's like a magician that just appeared.
Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect.
Lovely. Okay. So, because it's been a little while now, because we've been going back and forth. What exactly did Ariana say? Like, no, she wanted to meet me. Like, in her office.
Just that you were
Was it
expected
today?
in her offices this afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure there's nothing shady going on. Don't worry
No.
about it.
Nothing at
Of
all.
course not.
Of course not. So yeah, I think this meeting is held in the back. Matters has been cleaned.
Clean.
Yeah. And purged. Probably put in one of Marigold's spare outfits. I think Marigold's the kind of person that has like 17 identical outfits.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, although I think it probably looks very different on Mathers. Like it
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And I think Marigold is like very skinny for his age. Like,
Oh, okay.
it might be a bit like tight fitting on Mathers.
Like,
Well,
what I-
it's probably a weird combination of like the sleeves are too short, but you know Mathers is well, okay. Actually, Marigold, how tall is he? Is he like average or above average or?
I would say like fairly average.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
actually, maybe it strangely it strangely does fit. Because you know Mathers has gotten pretty gaunt lately, and is
yeah,
definitely
he lost a lot of weight.
like exactly average height.
Yeah, so maybe it just fits. Like I think it's been like tailor made for Quentin. So maybe it's like you have to like readjust some things. Like one of the sides to keep sliding up. But generally, I think it's like almost like eerily like how well it fits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like, the meeting is happening like in the backyard, overlooking.
Is there like a nice tea set out and everything, and there's like a duck pond?
Yeah, not quite sure if there's a pond, but there's definitely something out here, like something that stands out. I think it's just like a very large oak tree that's just like square in the middle of the lawn. Like halfway in between like, the house and the tree line is this massive oak tree.
That just exists.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I like it.
Yeah, so we're having early afternoon tea. Early afternoon tea.
As you do.
Indeed.
So, thank you for the accommodations, as it were.
Indeed.
You notice that Rav isn't really eating anything, and he definitely has not drunk anything either. He's just like there and looks really nervous.
Yeah,
but that's pretty average.
Yeah.
What? Rav nervous?
No.
Fairly standard Rav behavior, honestly, but I thought I'd call it out anyway.
Yeah, and of course this is only light tea time, so there's only like 4 kinds of like, cookies on the table.
Of course, only 4 kinds of cookies.
Mm-hmm. There's only one cake. Yeah, I just had to throw this together.
I mean, do you have cold milk? Like presented, maybe like cream for the tea or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
that's like
something like that.
Yeah, the only thing that Rav is partaking of is just the cold cream meant for the tea. He's just drinking it straight.
Yeah, I imagine that he has the like not the bottle, but this
like the little jar, like the little like milk jar. He's
like,
just drinking from it.
Like it's just standing behind him, like, not behind him, but like beside him, and like occasionally we're seeing like.
Yeah, exactly.
Occasionally reaching out and sipping from it.
And Joseph probably looks like Rav. Oh, that is like, oh, that's what you do, and just does it all time himself.
Like Rav knows better. He has etiquette, but I don't think he cares right now. So
I think I'll try to improvise the etiquettes. Can I roll improvisation wise for that?
You can just try learning etiquette.
That sounds dumb. Why would you want to learn etiquette? I mean, really.
It's very overrated.
I mean, it's improvisation right now, right?
I mean, as a noble without etiquette, you're one to talk there, Lord Marigold.
Yeah. Marigold never had the time to learn how to like behave in court.
I see.
So I think while Mathers isn't great at it, it's like something that over the the last year he's been studying. So he makes a point of using the right spoon and holding his finger just so.
I love how Mathers is the only one that like obeys proper protocol.
Yeah. It is
like I'm surrounded by animals.
I must say, this is a lovely open courtyard, and he looks over to Rav.
Drinking milk.
Lovely accommodations as he looks around. I hope that.
Are you are you feeling better, Mathers? I hope you're feeling better, so we can finally move forward, make some progress, and talk about Desi.
Well, he didn't stab anyone on the way here, so that's an improvement.
That's good. That's good.
Not that I recall.
That's less good. Should remember these things. Should remember not stabbing people. I remember all of the people that I haven't stabbed. All of them. Well, at least the ones that I wanted to stab and then I didn't stab. And a few of the ones that I did stab. But it's not... Nope. No. Never mind. You were saying something. I'm so sorry. I definitely interrupted you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I was merely joking. It's a good thing that I had that observation period to make sure that nothing was wrong.
Yes, gotta make sure.
Yes.
Indeed.
Has anyone taken a stroll around the perimeter of the courtyard to make sure that we don't have any unexpected guests?
Well, we do have a few people on watch, normally.
That you can trust?
As much as anyone, yes. He's been employed by the family for very long.
Very well. Actually, if you...
And we're not entirely unprotected. And he taps the table, and we see the dog coming out from underneath.
Well, I'm not expecting an attack. If you'll pardon me for just a moment, and I'm going to take a look around, make sure that there isn't like somebody, or try and make sure that there isn't somebody.
Shouldn't I go with him? You know, making sure he doesn't do something crazy.
Yeah. So there's a few bushes. A little further.
Someone should definitely go with him. Jenkins, you go with him.
Why don't you try? Why should I
actually
go with him?
Jojo is...
we're here to talk about something.
Yes. Jojo is quite good at such things. I would appreciate his aid. It'll be no time at all, I assure you.
Very well, then the three of you can go.
I think it's time for persuasion here. That's like the perfect time to roll persuasion test. Who helps whom?
I mean, so like what is at stake here? Like what are you guys trying to do?
It's whether or not Jenkins goes with them, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, do you not want Jenkins to go with you?
No,
yes.
No, we don't want to.
They want to talk about secret stuff with themselves.
Gotcha.
I think that Joseph should be the one to make the test, because I don't think that Marigold is going to be open to listening to Mather's arguments, but I'll certainly help.
Yeah, and Jenkins will be helping you, of course, Lord Marigold.
Yeah.
The thing is,
think that Rav has a stake in this either way. He really doesn't care. So I am not going to help either side.
Okay. I'm thinking about going maybe even for falsehood, because, I mean, I will lie my ass off.
I feel like it's persuasion where you can fucking falsehood.
I guess that's true. That's true.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see.
I don't think I want to forget intimidation, because if it goes wrong, it will go terribly wrong.
Yeah. That's not the right skill for this situation.
I mean, you can always try it if you want to have a retired character that unfortunately cannot play with the rest of the group anymore because they hate each other. Then, intimidation is a great skill.
Yeah. The thing is, I think astrology, though, we'll
Or
go.
if Lord Marigold enjoys playing out, the whole I'm so intimidated by this guy. But we have a lot of crazy people here.
We do
I
have
mean-
a lot of crazy people here.
I
We
mean,
have
I
most
suppose the
of the
arg-
crazy people
yeah.
here.
I suppose the argument could be made that part of the persuasion attempt could be mentioning, well, if we have an amateur along, it increases the chance that we won't see someone who's spying if there is anyone spying, which would get us all killed.
You think Jenkins is an amateur?
Yeah, I don't really think Jenkins is an amateur. He's one of those Swiss knife people. Like,
Yeah. I'm definitely
there's
picturing
stuff he can't do,
The
but there's not
character
very
you
much
want to
stuff.
be. Jenkins is the character you want to be.
Yeah.
Or me, I want to be, for that matter.
Uh-huh.
Like everybody wants to be.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to be Jenkins?
Yeah. I mean, except being that he is your servant, but...
Yeah. He's basically the Alfred to my Batman. That's how
Yeah.
I'm picturing it.
Okay, I
I
get
don't
one
think he
helping
was
die
Batman,
from
but
you,
okay.
right?
I think 2, right?
If your
had
skill
to-
is 5,
Yep.
yeah, then you
Then
get
yeah,
2.
too.
Oh, that's nice. Okay,
Yeah. So
then
why don't you roll first and I'll roll against you.
Mathers is pretty persuasive.
Okay, what is your will?
No, you roll
Yeah.
versus it's opposed.
Yeah, we'll be
Oh,
making
is
a
it?
versus test.
Okay.
So you make it versus 0, and then
Okay,
Leonardo
or-
roll.
Sure.
Make it versus 1, otherwise I don't think it will roll.
Yeah.
You
The-
don't
it
fill
will.
anything in, and then it automatically
The-
turns it into 1.
The
that's-
last one is the astrology one.
Okay.
Wow, that is awful.
is awful.
Wait,
Okay.
wounds? I still have wounds.
But you're
There's the wounds.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't think
right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That-
didn't you get
Matters,
didn't
you
get
messed him up so hard.
wait, didn't you get partially healed, so shouldn't you have a +1 to counteract one of the minuses?
Perhaps I don't actually know the rules on
Because you got
very well.
patched up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did get
So
patched
if
up.
you get stabilized or whatever, where you've gotten treatment, it goes from a -2 penalty to a -1 penalty, but there's nothing in the character sheet that accounts for that.
Okay, well roll a 1d6 then. Let's see if that changes anything.
5.
Okay.
All right, you got 3
Okay,
successes.
so 3 successes. Let's see. I'll see. I got the 1 die for the
So just add a
Jenkins.
+1 from now on then
Mm-hmm.
to counteract
Yeah.
the -2.
Or you can just change the wound to a
Or
-1
that.
rather than a -2.
No, but isn't that like for the time that's necessary? Like leave it at what it is right now so that we can remember the time and just add a +1 every time.
Okay.
I technically we need to like roll for how long it takes to stabilize properly, but we can handle that.
I
And
think we may have skimmed over it a little bit.
yeah, I'll fork astrology as well.
Of course you
Makes
will.
sense?
Yeah.
So you're
So fun.
August 3.
It's
Indeed.
the best.
Let's see. And they won't put persona into this because I think failure is fun either way. Let's see, op 3. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so you guys are at a tie. So neither of you manages to convince the other. Does anybody have a call on trait to break the tie? For persuasion?
I think my call on trait. I don't know if it goes with persuasion, but it
Well,
might.
you need to check if your call on trait is a call on trait for persuasion. What is it called?
Glip.
I think it is.
Yeah, that
Sounds like
that
a hit.
does-
Traits. You're not maternal, you're glib.
Very different things.
A little bit.
Soothing platitudes, no. Soothing
falsehood and
platitudes,
seduction.
falsehood, and seduction. So not persuasion.
Okay. Then.
Don't they do a roll off with the stat?
I think that might be Masquerade that does that.
Oh, okay.
I think normally like a tie goes to the defender.
that would
I
be
think
you?
like in PvP ties, it actually makes it like a
So 2 versus tests.
A standoff or something like that. Like it has different rules for PvP. I remember.
I mean, there's specific rules for if both characters are aggressors, by intent.
Are you both aggressors here? I don't think so.
Kind of are. I mean, he wants us to go with Jenkins, and we want not to go with Jenkins.
That would make you defender, actually. I think.
Would it?
I mean, it's kind. I would say it's both. Both want to have one situation that's still not decided.
Yeah,
but I'll let you guys work out some kind of thing, because I remember having seen something about that for PvP. There's something else. So you guys work out a compromise.
Yes.
A suggestion would be that Jenkins.
I've got one. I think.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Say that Jenkins follows you, but at a distance, so you can talk freely.
Okay.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Let's do that.
That
we're not running away.
Yeah, but you didn't do stuff to the property.
Okay. No. Okay. That is fine for me. Sure.
Yeah. Damn it! I was gonna set fire to the place.
Again.
Yeah. It's mostly so that like Mathers doesn't like run off and stab someone.
I mean, reasonable precaution, actually. As Jojo can testify.
Yeah. So. And. Yeah, there's definitely like a part of it that's like, I'm not sure if I want to leave these two alone just yet, given what happened last time. That happened.
Yeah.
By the way, this is a routine test, right?
Let's see.
How many? What's your
I think
stat
so.
in that?
Yeah, you have like 7 dice, so for sure.
But it's minus 2.
Sure.
Even with 5 dice, it should be routine.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be like more than half rounded up to be difficult.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, never mind. Yeah, sure.
So 4 would be a difficult one, but not 3.
Okay.
So Jenkins will be following from a distance, but you can talk amongst yourselves.
So
now it's just you and me.
For 7 dice, it actually would need to have been 5 for it to be difficult.
Okay.
No, it's 5 dice because he has a minus 2.
Oh, I forgot about the minus 2. You're right.
Well, it's
So
a minus 1.
But
If it's 6. But
Right,
yeah.
minus 1, so 6 dice.
so
And
6
Yeah,
dice would be
it's routine either way.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you guys are going. Jenkins follows you on a little distance, but he keeps the appropriate distance. Just for security, but that you guys can go first because you are the experts, of course. He says with he says it without like a grin or anything, but you feel that like inside him there's the little experts.
Yeah, he's seating here. Just want to have a big fight about who knows surveying terrain better.
So, what's the word?
I had a talk with an interesting person yesterday, and what you did might actually come in handy.
I was hoping it might bear fruit.
Oh well, you're worrying me if you said it like that.
Oh. No need for concern.
I see. Well, anyway, I don't care as long as I profit in the end anyway too. Anyway, so do you know Mirren?
Name's familiar. Friend of yours, right?
What did you say?
A friend of yours, right?
Yeah.
She's known around she's infamous around the university. The super successful, very rich, like super hot girl that that has broken many a heart of the male members of this university.
So, Mirren actually is working for or with Sleet.
Oh.
And she was asked to handle the situation. So if someone might have eavesdropped on a conversation like that and talked to her about all these things, and that I might know a certain someone that can explain the situation and know how to handle it, that we might have get a deal together that will benefit us all. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that if it's not a trap, then it's quite the opportunity.
It's in the Black Dragon, so if they wanted to make a trap, it will cost them.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like where someone would normally set up an ambush. Yeah.
I mean, a social ambush, maybe.
Yes.
So
we should,
I would say, yeah.
I think it's worth the risk.
I think so too. And also we can mention the fourth party that is involved here.
Oh?
You know, I don't want to have Rav going with us to the dinner because he might screw it up. However, we might just keep him as a silent fourth party that is also interested to have a little bit more pressure. If you know what I mean.
Worth asking him. He is somewhat risk averse, but perhaps he'd be up for a free dinner by candlelight.
Also, Mirren tried to get information on Rav. Back there. So this might actually interest him.
Have to think about that one. That's
Yeah, I can see that. It's a hard decision to make. I would just.
You never know which way he'll jump, and
you know what? That's not what I meant. Actually, we can just include him as a fourth party without him knowing that he is a fourth party in that matter, or knowing for that dinner altogether. We can just use him as another means of pressure. You know what I mean? Someone that also knows how things like that work and who we need to, appease.
I'll talk to him.
We don't need to talk about his name or something.
In the long run, it may be best not to cross it.
Okay.
Anyway, let's not keep the others waiting.
Yeah. The last thing, I kind of talked with Mirren about the idea about you and Sleet getting a work relation again. Is that in your interest?
Well, it is, at the very least, is in, I think, our interests to present that front. I'm not sure in the long run whether an actual collaboration is wise at this point. But
I see.
Yes.
Another
you
thing.
are aware that the Black Dragon is a very public place?
Well, I don't mind that. That's more security for us.
It has its downsides.
Yeah, exactly. It has its downsides.
Yeah.
With one of you being wanted right now.
Oh, right. There was something. I forgot about that.
Minor problem.
Yeah, the outstanding warrant on one of you.
I'll figure something out.
You come wearing like a bag of.
Actually, we could ask Devi if she comes in your stead. You know?
No, that
Okay. That won't work?
That doesn't work for me.
Okay. Anyway, there is a party that Mirren mentioned that I don't know about, so that will be an interesting thing to get to know as well. That's more or less the briefing.
Thank you. I am in your debt.
Oh, you so are.
So, and I figured at this point we've kind of like walked the courtyard.
Yeah.
Again, apologies for the delay, Lord Mariel Rav.
So I have a question. Aside from talking, are you guys actually looking around?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, look around then.
Nah.
Perception?
Yeah.
How hard will it be?
I am in the process of deciding that.
Do we do a test together, or do we...
I imagine you do one together.
Okay. Do I help you, or the other way around?
Why don't you help me for this one?
Okay, sure.
It sounded like Mathers was the one most concerned with that.
Is that a...
So let me see. That seems like an ob2.
I don't know if I give you 1 die or 2.
What's your perception?
How high is your perception? Then you give him 2 dice.
2 dice.
So your ob is 2. Lord Herrick Mathers.
Oh, that's not even a difficult test. Wow.
I tried really hard to fail it.
That's not even a difficult test, he says.
Digging your own graves, huh?
I mean, yeah, so you notice that in one of the trees, there's this raven sitting there looking at you, attentive, with almost like a human-like attentiveness.
Can we?
So, I guess when we get back, I'll as we're sitting, I'll lean over to Quentin and say, "Are you in the habit of keeping ravens?"
Wait, can I hear you say this?
Are you leaning and whispering it to me?
I am kind of whispering it. Yeah.
How do you feel about birds?
I mean, you can try and listen in.
Yeah,
Rav. You can roll for listening.
Let me roll to whistle in. Whistle in. I'm gonna roll to listen in because
I'm rolling for whistling.
Perception then.
Observation, I think.
Observation. Do I even have observation?
Is that observation?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, because it's being hidden.
Yeah,
Unless Mathers is not actually opposing
I
it,
am
but it's
learning
just
observation. What is my base ob?
Mathers making a stealthy roll?
Yeah.
I feel like this is not like anybody can whisper quiet though, right? So I feel like this is more.
Yeah, and I'm not like using full stealth. I'm trying to be discreet, but you are at the table.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so we
you
can
know,
set
I
him
think
up
a
for this.
base ob of 1 or 2 would be reasonable.
I've shared the thing with you. You can look at the die obstacles, like you particularly want to look at in general, like ob 2 is an act performed routinely at your job. Like you can just pick one from the die obstacle thing that I've shared with you guys.
Yeah, I would probably say up to.
Up to?
Mm.
That seems in line. Okay.
Got him.
Nice.
Bam! Nice.
Yeah, so you hear this, Rav.
Time to freak out.
Was there? It was a raven, wasn't it? You saw it out there. Is it watching us? We need to kill it. We need to get rid of it. We need to chase it off. It doesn't belong here. It has bad eyes. It's a problem. It's a real serious big problem. And you just left it out there. How could you do that, Mathers? How could you do that?
It's a bird.
No, it's not just a bird. It's a problem. Problem bird. It's bad omen. Bad omen. I told you, I had the dream. Desi sent it to me. She needs us to find Lodin, and we need to avoid the black feathers. Raven's bad. Said it was a bird, and it has to be a raven. It has to be. I just know it.
Yeah, I'm not
Well,
following.
I wouldn't necessarily put it that way, but
You don't
perhaps
believe
if
me?
your perhaps if your man were to engage in some light sport, it might be best to cover bases.
I think I can do you one better there, Lord Eric. And he gives out a whistle, like a loud whistle, and the dog just startles to life under the table. Says, "Oh, Landra, go fetch for me." He just nods toward the tree where the raven's sitting.
Yeah, so last time I checked, dogs can't climb trees, right?
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem. I can see
Not
that
great
being
at
a
it.
problem.
But he, what happens, I think, is he runs to the tree and he stands at the bottom and barks loudly, and the raven flies away. And it gives like a last scream as it flies off, and it sounds very strange and human-like. It sounds wrong for a raven.
Told you. I told you. Did you hear that? It was bad. It was wrong. It was. Ugh. Can't.
Yeah, I probably had a bad cold, that raven.
That's not. Ravens don't have. What are you going on about, Jojo?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you.
Either way, we can talk about the pheasantry later. There's a reason I brought you all here today. Not just to enjoy your, he looks around, company. But
Well, thank you. As charming as ever.
I did receive a message earlier this morning that I need to attend to it sometime this afternoon, that our dear old friend, the new headmistress Ariana, has requested my presence.
Don't go. It's a trap. That was probably her bird. She's been spying on you. She's been spying on all of us. Why would you do that? Don't listen to her. She locked up Lodin. She's trying to keep Desi. She's drowning in her dreams. We can't let her find a Lodin first. We have to. Come on. Don't. Rihanna is bad and wrong. Like that noise that bird made. It was bad. It was wrong. And don't listen to me.
I agree, Raphael. That's exactly why I have to go. If I can keep her occupied with whatever it is that she wants to talk about, then the three of you can sneak into Haven. See if you can find the Chancellor.
I would be glad to help, Except I think that that might have its own complications.
Complications such as you being put in the rookery?
My stay there might be longer than intended, yes.
Well, if we do get Elodin out, and if he's relatively at his senses, as he is, then he might be able to terminate your sentence early.
Perhaps.
Will he, though?
Yeah.
Can you really count on Elodin to do anything?
Not really.
I think Marigold is sort of low-key fine with it either way.
Sounds like. All right. Me and Jojo, we'll go. We're going to find Elodin and bring him here.
Wait, what?
This might be our best shot to getting Elodin out of there.
We need to get him out. We need to. Can't trust Ariana. She's not right.
But when do we do that?
Well, this afternoon.
I'll be meeting with him with the new chancellor this afternoon. Yes.
I do have an important meeting in the evening. I will leave wherever I am to get there.
That's fine. If you're fine with leaving the chancellor's fate in Raphael's capable hands.
I'm perfectly capable.
I look doubtful for a moment.
The decision is yours, Joseph.
I will start out as I say, I might leave later on. So.
Very well then. Then I believe we have to act.
Okay, so as I understand it, Lord Marigold is going to be speaking with Ariani. Rav and Jojo are going to the rookery. So the question is, what is Mathers doing, or what is Brad doing?
Well, okay, I'm not going to mention it here, like as part of the.
No.
Yeah,
like
but,
I'm asking you, like, what do you want to do? Do you want to participate in any of the scenes as as Mathers or as somebody else, or do you want to do something else as Mathers? Like.
Yeah. I'm going to try and look up some of Sleet's associates and have a little chat.
Okay. So let us start with Lord Marigold.
Yes.
Marigold.
Lord Marigold.
Yes.
So, what will you be doing? Tell me. You're gonna just barge in there and be like, hello, I have a meeting?
I have an appointment. Yeah, this is you were. Yeah, he's basically going to seek her out and be as polite as he possibly can. Trying to figure out what she wanted.
Very well. Session notes. Okay. So she welcomes you in, and she's got like a cup of tea ready for you, and she has a tray of cookies where she offers you one. Welcome, Lord Marigold. She sits down opposite of you, and she smiles friendly, and she says, well, I will not beat around the bush.
Very good.
I know that you are harboring a fugitive, but there is something that I want of you. And as
Go on. Chancellor,
I am in the position of making problems go away. Your friend, Rav, he has a book that he's not inclined to share with me. I want you to get it from me.
Very interesting proposal, Madam Chancellor. me then remind you that my house has a bit of a history with the university. Given our relative proximity, we've been around here for quite some time.
I am aware.
You're not the first chancellor that we've met in person.
She gives this kind of
business.
smile, like she's hiding something, and she says, "Yes, of course."
Like the cat that ate the canary.
And I of course hope that we can maintain positive relations going forward. But if you're going to make thinly veiled threats like that, then I'm not sure if that's possible.
Oh, I by no means mean to threaten you, but I have to do my job as a chancellor.
Of course. And I have to do my job as the lord of these people.
Then we understand each other.
Indeed. And as for the man that you spoke of, he was in my care for the night. I believe that he had become a nuisance to society. He was a dangerous element that needed to be taken care of. And you can rest assured that such a thing has happened. He has been dealt with. He has been neutralized.
She smiles. That doesn't change the fact that he's wanted, and that you have a chance to look out for your friends.
I am.
So, what will you do? Will you get me the book or not?
Will I be the second Levi, or will I...
Well, that very much depends. What exactly is this book, and what you need it for?
It is a...
As you said, let's not beat around the bush.
A piece of history that Rav is woefully unequipped for dealing with.
And you think yourself more capable than him?
Certainly.
Interesting. Very interesting.
You're asking a chancellor if he's capable, more capable.
I mean, if you want, you can roll some kind of
Random student.
Perception, maybe, to read into her words.
Sure, I'll do that.
I think your obstacle is quite high because she's pretty well at hiding things. Let's see, perception. Ob 5.
All right. Let's see. And perception is sadly one of those tests that you need to succeed at to advance. So.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So, let's see.
Oh, 3 persona, and maybe a Dean's point.
Yeah, so those are all things that I have. Let's see. No, I don't think I'll add anything to it. So, no Artha. I'll 5. Here we go. It's a 2.
Almost.
Almost.
No 6s either.
Nope.
Yeah, so you just hear what she says. Yes, I am certainly better equipped to deal with things like that.
Equipped how? To be specific, of course.
Well, let's just say that I've dealt with things like that for significantly longer than Rav has.
I'm sure you're both very familiar with books.
I mean, calling it a book would... Never mind.
Of course, your words, not mine.
Lord Marigold, I have an offer for you. You can take it, you can leave it.
I see. Well, I'm going to have to think about that offer. I'm not the kind of person who betrays their friends easily.
Very well. You have until tomorrow. I'd advise you not to discuss this with Rav, as
I'm sure you
he
will.
is quite unrealistically protective of this book.
Well, it must be worth protecting if the Chancellor wants it.
Well, it is
Don't you
in
think?
Rav's best interest if you take the book from him. It has brought him many grievances in the past and no real advantages. She scratches her head. Yeah, no, that book is very bad for him. It's like, have you ever seen anybody on dinner resin?
Not in a long time. Not since my first night here at the university.
Well, it's like that.
Hmm.
Rav in his book. I'm sure you see the way he's strange.
Yes. Some might even call him raven mad.
She chuckles a little at that.
Help.
Any look of recognition once the bird is brought up?
Yeah, I think so.
Very well.
Yes, it will be better for Rav and for you, all of you. You and your friends are better off without that book. I think a word of warning.
Oh.
Wrap it in oilcloth when you handle it.
That's actually a good tip. Either way.
That would make it burn easier.
Now, I have things to do, and she finishes the conversation very abruptly, as you know, she wasn't sure if she should have said that last thing. You have till tomorrow to decide. I expect that you will decide favorably, and
actually, while you're here, there's another matter that I've been looking into that maybe we could have a discussion. If you're not too busy, of course.
Very well.
There's something that I've been seeking that you might be able to assist me with. See, there's a certain patient in the rookery that I've taken some interest in, or rather that I have interest in.
I see. Yes. You have a sister in the rookery, don't you?
Indeed, she's been in there for most of her life, and I fear that since the last time I saw her, that quite frankly, the treatment that the rookery has offered has not helped. It's only made her condition worse. So we'll be seeking perhaps some alternative treatment options for her.
I see. Yes.
I was hoping
and the rookery is so very difficult about those things.
Indeed. I was hoping that maybe I could get your help in this matter.
Decide favorably on this, and I will certainly consider it.
I was thinking that maybe if you could help me, then I could consider your offer.
Yes. That is what I'm offering, but I'm not going to help you without any guarantees, of course. You bring me this book, and I will have Mother's name cleared and your sister delivered to your doorstep.
Do you have to bundle those two options? Can I get one but not the other?
I will. I mean, if you don't want Mather's name cleared, that can be arranged as well. But I'll make sure that it doesn't bounce back on you anyway.
Very well. I have much to consider now, but there's one question that I must ask. I was looking into getting her, relocated from the rookery on my own, but it appears that the regulations that surrounded such a process were changed around the time of you becoming chancellor. Were you involved in that process?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
This is not part of our deal, so you can leave now.
They're hoping to make a bit of polite conversation.
Well, I'm politely asking you to leave.
Very well then. Take care, Chancellor.
I'm pretty sure I've offered more than enough.
Very well. Take care of yourself, and
you
we'll
too,
meet again.
Lord Marigold. You too.
We'll see each other soon, I'm sure.
Should we take a short break here?
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna suggest this might be a good time for a break.
Yeah. Seems like good break time.
10-ish?